everyone. My name is Dory. I apologize in advance. I'm sick. Thankfully, you cannot catch it, so that's the good news. I had to cancel piano lessons yesterday, and I am skipping out on orchestra because I don't want to share it with anybody. So just saying, I'm trying to keep it to myself here. But since I've been kind of not feeling well, in and out of my nap time and sleeping late and all that kind of stuff, not feeling great, I have been doing my Christmas gifts because, of course, I always have some that are just coming down to the line. So today I'm going to show you my gift for my 2-year-old grandson. I'm really excited about this. I made one of these for my own son, my middle son, my middle child, when he was probably 3 or somewhere between 3 and 5. So anyway, I had asked his mom, because I wanted to be sure with the Hot Wheels cars that he can have them, because sometimes little kids like bite off the wheels. So it just depends on the age. But anyway, this is a little roll. It's kind of designed to go to church. And I made this today in less than an hour, which is really great. If you want the link, just go ahead and text me car roll and I will get you the link for that. I found it, it took me actually quite a bit because I made the one I made years ago. I actually can't get access to. I don't know what's going on. So I finally tried to find, I had to find a different one. So thankfully, because I'd made one before, I kind of knew what I needed to do. I knew I wanted to make it with denim for a couple of reasons. Denim wears really easy, for a long time. It lasts forever. And it's just kind of a neutral fabric, and it's repurposed. So that's kind of the thing. So basically the outside of it is in, let me put you down here. You don't have to look at my runny nose and crazy hair today. So I basically did denim on the outside, and then the inside has these little pockets for cars. So there's 6 of them. I've only got 5 cars because we had a set. Funny story. I knew I had to get some cars for his Christmas present. So I told my husband to go pick some Hot Wheel cars out for this. He knew exactly what I was doing. Anyway, so he came back with 2 packages of 5 Hot Wheels cars. And I said, well, we only need 1. He goes, I know, but I got to think about which one is the best one. So anyway, it took him the whole shopping trip to decide. And he finally, chose the one. It had to be the right one. I don't know what the parameters were. But anyway, this is what it is. It's got like a fabric, a coordinating fabric. It's got the road. The one I had said to use Wonder Under to put the yellow lines on. I tried to use, the fabric tack, but I used felt for the road and for the lines, and they're a little off. They're a little crooked. I could see this one's way over there. Whatever. It's handmade. It's kind of, what road on the road. If you live in Idaho, none of the roads are perfect, and, so it's just another Idaho road. But anyway, I ended up having to sew around each one of these after all because the glue was not sticking at all. So now they'll really stick. So anyway, I first, this is a folded piece of fabric here. I wanted a kind of a car one. This is all scraps I actually had on hand. I have felt from past projects, so I use that. Also, we have an unlimited amount of ribbon going on around here. Actually, I didn't have any blue, so I was kind of looking to use blue. So I thought I would ink his name on the outside of it, since this side is kind of plain. I did take this off a pair of jeans, and to get a long enough piece or a big enough piece, I did have to take part of the seam. So I just owned it, whatever. That's what we're gonna do. I just cut out one of the side seams, kept one of the side seams sort of as a decoration. And now that I have this like this, I am going to double check. I did it exactly how this lady did it, but in hindsight, I would have liked the ribbon to be on this other side, so you don't have to, when you open it up this way, the cars fall out. So it feels like you should open it that way, just my opinion, but it'll work. And the cool thing about this is we had one of these for my son for years. And this kept him busy in church quietly because, you know, they weren't clanging together because they each have their own pocket. It also put a limit on how many cars he could bring to church. So he would just lay this out and he would go, you know, do his little vroom vroom during worship. If it got too loud, then we had to take it away. But it was more the noises that went with it that were too loud, not the cars. So, and because there's not like any hard plastic like pieces are doing, it's really very quiet. A quiet toy in church. Hello, hello. Thank you for joining in, Layla. This is my crafting channel, so I am happy to answer any kind of crafting questions you might have. Let me get this started, and I would love for you to subscribe, hit that notification button. If you see that little, you know, like any of the extra things, the top, you know, go ahead and hit those too, because every little bit helps me on this channel. So I was trying to figure out, so if I roll it, actually, I was rolling it from this side, and then you want this on the reason you want to roll this way is because you want the ribbon on the outside. But what I wanted to do was have his name on this side. So I'm going to open it back up backwards, and that's where we are going to put it. And because this is such thick fabric anyway, we're not going to need to do any sort of ink mat here. But if this was a single, you know, hopefully it won't go through. I don't think it will. So we are gonna go ahead and give this a try. I would hate to ruin it right now. So the transfer I'm going to use is actually a Peanuts one. It is the Peanuts Classic Font, which was exciting when it came out. I apologize. I'm kind of like, well, I'm really stuffed up. I'm not kind of stuffed up. I'm very stuffed up. So his name is Samuel. So I'm just going to cut out the letters for his name. I'm not going to actually cut through everything, I don't think, here. At least not at this point. The reason being is sometimes these sheets, I used to cut every individual one out, but I'm finding with the smaller fonts, it's easier if I kind of have it as a puzzle, because then I know which ones I have and which ones I don't. And I'm actually, I don't know that I'm going to line them up. Maybe I will. I wasn't sure. These are reusable silk transfers. So easy peasy to use. I'm going to get them out first. I'll probably do one and then line up the next one and go from there. Actually, the first three letters of his name are on the outside edge here, which is kind of nice. Here's the A. You could, because it's the, I don't like to put, them on top of each other. Oh, the M is right here on the outside again. And then the U I'll have to cut in for. And I'm just cutting along. It's actually like a little white line. It looks white because of the backing, but it's sort of a see-through. So if you don't cut through, then you have a chance of the ink going through. So we don't want to do that. I'm just going to cut them apart. Oops. And I already lost my, was that a W? Nope. I was excited when these came out. I kind of wish they had come out right away with our, when Peanuts first came out. But we just had a new Peanuts release, so go check it out. Hey.
Nothing like getting followed home by the cop.
Why did you do that?
I don't have any taillights.
Oh, are you kidding?
Nope, nothing. He says, you're totally black back there, Dave.
That's not good.
Nope, I'll have to figure that out tomorrow.
All right, love you too. Oh boy. He works. Oops. I got the T. My husband works like 8 blocks away, so that they found him is kind of funny. Sort of funny. It's funny, haha. Not really. He never... If that was me, I would totally get a ticket, I'm telling you. I just look like I'm guilty. What about you guys? How would you create a Christmas present out of crafts? Well, this is one of them. I'm making this little Hot Wheels car roll for my grandson for Christmas. And this is not my first one. Go back and look. I've got all kinds of them on my channel here. Last year I did, I think I did 12 days of Christmas. So I did something every day. E and then L. So go back and watch them. That's the great thing about YouTube. It doesn't matter how old it is. It's still going to be there for you, which is awesome. This year, I decided to, actually, everybody is getting a handmade gift for Christmas. Do you guys create Christmas presents? For people? L is on the outside too, so most of these were pretty close to the outside. Excuse me. The funny thing is my husband is a mechanic, so the fact that they give him all kinds of chances, it's kind of funny. This isn't the first time either that he's been pulled over. My truck was missing it one night after a concert. We were literally driving home like less than a mile from the school to her house and had no, I don't know, either a blinker or a taillight was out. And the cop followed us and he's like, could you at least fix it? It was kind of funny, but... All right, so we got that all figured out, and keep that backing kind of handy because we're going to stick those back on after we use the letters. We'll stick them back on there, and these are reusable, like I said, so you just go ahead and take it back, you know, to the sink, and we wash it later. All right. I think I'm going to line this up close to the bottom edge here. And I picked out some ink colors. I've got Candy Apple Red. I've got Orange Peel to match that. And then I've also got Bumblebee, which is nice bright colors. And then I didn't have green. I really wanted green, but I don't have a bright green, so we're doing Brilliant Blue. So that is what we are using here. And my daughter was in here crafting, and we've got wipes, so we're all set to go. So the inks are permanent. I will let this dry for 24 hours after we're done here, and then I will either heat press it or use an iron on it. And warning, red and orange will have a lot of pigment in them, so you don't want to slobber anywhere else, which I think I just did. So you just peel to reveal. Isn't that cute? Oh my goodness. So cute. So QRST. Okay, I've got the T in the S place. I need to get a wipe out. So I also made my grandbaby. I have 3 grandbabies and they are all, I'm going to try, I don't know if I think it's just like little pieces of, yep, it is. Thank you. Oh my goodness, I was worried. I thought I slobbered. Okay, so there's the S. I hope you can see that. It's upside down, I know. We'll get it. I'm going to dry it up a little because I don't want it to spread and I don't want it to get all over. So this will start the heat setting process, but I will do it with the iron and a piece of parchment paper or a heat press you could use as well. I just happened to have the iron out because I was sewing this. So literally this took me less than an hour to sew. So it was kind of I forgot how fun it was. In fact, I was thinking that it would be a great Operation Christmas Child toy to put in with some cars into the shoeboxes. So I'll be thinking about that. All right, next one. I'm just going to leave these open because we're going to just move down the line. I'm going to go over and over as many times as I need to. Get some orange peel and do the A. I think it's fun to put the bright colors on the kids' stuff. And I'm just squeegeeing it over. I'm using a tool because it's nice and small and I can control it a little bit better. And I'm just wiping it off right away so I don't get ink everywhere. All right. And we'll take that off. Always check your fingers to make sure you're not spreading ink. It's pretty permanent. You know, you can usually, if you get it right away, but sometimes it does smear it instead of removing it. So we've got the A. My heat is kind of pumping out here. I forgot that we've had such high winds up here on the prairie in Idaho. Yesterday, 2 nights ago, and it blew out the power several times, and I forgot that my little Airstream camper is electric heat, so it just went out and doesn't come back on. So I had a really cold camper this morning. Okay. I think this will be fun for him. He's only 2, but I think he'll be 3 soon. I think he'll love having his personalized. Everybody, all kids love seeing their name on things, even if they don't know how to spell them, but it's one of the ways that you can, oh my goodness, I got that so on there tight, I can't even get it off. Oh, good. All kids just love to see their name in print, so this makes it kind of fun. You could do anything. So my youngest granddaughter, I have been obsessing about making dolls for the shoe boxes for next year. And so I prototyped one for Gwendolyn. She's getting that. Oh my goodness. Feels like I'm going to roll over. It is so windy out here. And then finally that was Bumblebee, by the way. And this is Brilliant Blue that we're going to use next. So I'll peel this to reveal. Oh my goodness. So cute. So cute. So my youngest baby, she's 9 months. She is going to be getting the little doll. It's just a soft doll. It's about 12 inches long, 10 or 12 inches long. But it's all soft, and I embroidered her eyes and nose and mouth on her face, and then sewed it all together. And then my 4-year-old, I did a video the other day, if you want to go back and see, I made some sewing cards for her, and then I also sewed a little drawstring bag for her so that she can keep all of her ribbons and her sewing cards inside of it together. So I'm excited about that, getting excited. All right, so blue. I'm not sure what color is his favorite color, so hopefully I'm touching base. I'm sure it's like green. All right. My goodness, it feels like I'm gonna literally roll over in this camper. It's the bad thing about being in a round camper. I'm in a little vintage Airstream camper and kind of packed to the hilt, really. But it's a place. I am thankful and blessed. It's a 1953, so love the fact that I pretty much use it many times a day. I try to go live. I try to go live on Mondays and Thursdays. Today is kind of late. Mondays I usually go in the morning, and then today I usually go in the afternoons. But like I said, I haven't been feeling well, and I wasn't sure if I could do it. So I was needing to get this done, so I thought, I'm going to share this. Oh my goodness, so cute. This is so cute. Once we're done here, I'll turn it around so you can see. And as you can see, I am trying to dry it a little bit before I go on to the next one each time because I don't want it to smear. But can you see it? Isn't that cute? I know it's upside down. I will get it turned around for you here in a hot minute. I think we're not going to get to that blue again, so I can shut that up. Actually, we'll only get to the red and the orange again. Sad, he needs a longer name. Oh, here comes Santa. Santa drives around in our town every night, all over the place. The local fire department decorates the fire truck up, an old fire truck up, and with lights and all kinds of blow-ups and things like that. And then he drives up and down the streets playing loud Christmas music. So if you hear that, that is what's going on. I'm literally at a Santa concert. I'm kind of surprised it's not dangerous for him out. Be careful, Santa. It's kind of the joy of living in a small town. So much fun. When the kids were little, they were like, "Whoa, Santa!" We don't even do Santa, but it was exciting. Make sure if you have any kind of questions, let me know. I'm happy to answer questions. Also, I did put my links up. I do have finished goods as well as craft supplies. You're welcome to check those out. PrairieScraps.com is my finished goods site, my personal site. So appreciate any support there. I keep thinking, am I spelling it right? That's the hardest thing about doing these, is making sure you're spelling it right and have it in the right order. I'm pretty sure I have it. Hopefully. I'd be very sad if I did it wrong. I don't know how I would fix it either. I'd have to put a patch over it maybe. I don't know. So yeah, so those are the 3 grandkids, what they're each getting for Christmas from me, and each one got something sewn, which I don't always do. A lot of times they're crafted. Also, all of my kids, grandkids, husband, everybody gets a new ornament that I've made every year. So this year, I also did those here. They're the paint stick ornaments that I made. They're all getting those. I sold a few of them, which was fun. Unfortunately, I would ship it if you purchase something from my site. I would ship it right away, but probably can't guarantee Christmas delivery. Just that's a lot of pressure for the postal service. But I would do my best to get it off to you as soon as possible. Okay. I'm definitely getting orange all over my fingers. Kind of excited. I think he's gonna love this. Oh my gosh, so cute, you guys. So cute. A little piece of ink, and I don't want it to... I'm telling you what, these ink jars, they last forever. Forever. A great way to do it, though, is you can get ink singles. Okay, let's turn this around so you can take a look at this a little closer. Get these out of the way. I just don't want to accidentally put some ink in the wrong place. I'll just get the jars put away. And then this year, don't tell anybody. Hopefully none of my kiddos will. If you're my kids, stop watching right now. No. All of my family is getting embroidered Carhartt hats. Okay, I'm losing all the cars, but because it's upside down. Isn't that cute? Oh my goodness. I love, love, love that. Under 20 minutes. This was like an hour and a half project to make a cute little car roll, put his, garage roll to put his cars in to take to church or to play with somewhere where he has to be quiet, because 2-year-olds can't be quiet. It's not a thing, right? All right. So I'm going to get those trucks, put it back in, and I'll show you. This just folds in half like this. And you could actually, the one I made originally, instead of having this car fabric right here, I actually had the jean fabric right here, and then I put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You could do that with ink as well. I just don't want to cover his truck, so I'm just going to leave it as it is. I suppose I could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right there. I might think about that. We'll think about it. But you could do that too. But it's all your own, whatever you want to do. Isn't that so cute? Now, those transfers, it's reusable transfers. So I'll take them into the sink, wash them with regular water, dry them upside down with the sticky side up for about 20 minutes. And then I will go ahead and put them back on the backing, and I can use them over and over and over again to personalize all kinds of things. So Sammy is the only one who is getting a personalized gift, though. You know, personalized as in with his name. Isn't that cute? Oh my goodness. I love it. You guys, it is so adorable. Anyway, do all the things. Make sure you subscribe and like. It really helps me out. I hope this gave you some idea. Go ahead and use that text number down below if you wanted the link to the tutorial on how to make this. That was not me. I actually used when I found online. So I will send you her link because it was great. It had pictures, measurements, everything. I did exactly, she said. And like I said, the only thing I would change is I would put the ribbon on the other side. So just because of function. So I hope you all have a very blessed weekend, and make sure that you keep right on crafting.